Hey, what's up, Quan? Bonjour, famille. It's your boy Bump Jones representing for Sprinkle Some Salt Podcast. Welcome back to another episode of a segment we like to call Conversations from the Cardiac. Yes, it's a special Saturday edition. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a disclaimer, a little house cleaning right now. Appreciate everybody tapping in. As usual, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. So right now, see that arrow? Shoot that mug out like a kite, right? Let them know. Bump Jonas, Sprinkle Some Salt Podcast. We're about to have conversations from the cardiac. So we're having a special Saturday edition because I got the opportunity to interview a young man, a very young man, 16-year-old prodigy, literary genius. I'm going to say, I'm going to throw some heavy lapels on him now. So based on his schedule and opportunity, we're going to do it on a Saturday. Also, with that said, because he is 16 years old, because he's young, there's no blunt today. It will not be a blunt. So I just have my handy juice with me. Go ahead and, make sure those cranberry companies sponsor me. And I do got my questions. We're going to get down. We're going to learn about my man, SGTyree. So I appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure, again, tell a friend to tell a friend and let them know we're having conversations from the cardiac, special Saturday edition. We're going to be talking to Tyree Colbert or Colbert. I'm not sure how to say it, so I'm going to say it both ways that I know possible, and then we'll confirm with him. He goes by SGTyree. He has a book called Same Window, Two Different Views. We're going to find out more about him, about his book, about who he is, and about his story. Because, as we do here at Sprinkle Some Salt, on this particular segment, Conversations from the Cardiac, we want to spotlight the creators. And it's very easy to say, click the link in the bio. But it's even easier to relate to that link if you know a little bit about them. So we're going to find out about these people. We're going to find out about all the creative talent that's coming up in KC. Because don't forget, hashtag KC the New Mecca. It is. Once and for all, we shall claim our rightful place as the creators of cool, right? The center of culture. But yeah, definitely. I definitely believe that KC is on the come up, that we are the location, the locus, the HQ of all things that are culture. If not now, it shall be soon. So why not take this opportunity to start spotlighting and talking to the folks that are going to be your legends soon? You know what I'm saying? Hey, happy 420. Let me go ahead and shoot this over to him. Again, there is no cannabis involved here at all. I just want to make sure we make that mention because we have a youngster as a guest. I don't want to be neglectful to any scenario, all right? But again, thank y'all so much for tapping in. Make sure you tell a friend and let them know. Conversations from the Cardiac is getting ready to start, y'all. Boom, let's get it cracking. Sip of this juice. How's y'all Saturdays going, though? Nice sunny day, especially if you're in the KC area. If you're in the Midwest, we're getting a good 15, 30 minutes of good weather, so enjoy it. Also, because I'm not smoking, I don't know what I'm going to do with my hands, just so you know. You know what I'm saying? Be playing with my hat a lot, scratching my head, playing with the beard, because, usually but hey, not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm trying to think, has there been any new news lately? I know there's been a recent, let's say, hullabaloo, kerfluffle in the local news over a certain restaurant and a patron that was there. I don't know to take too much, and I don't want to dive into it, but hey, stuff happens, man. Stories get misconstrued, angles get told first, and narratives get set. What I appreciate is the publications that were involved in talking about the story and sharing the story were very upfront in making sure that they took their quote-unquote responsibility. They were accountable to themselves for what they did or did not do. So I appreciate that. They got the story out there, and then they updated as the story developed. I think that's positive. I think that's good journalism, and I hope that we don't hold it against them, because we do need alternative forms of media. We need alternative forms of journalism, and those that try to use this as a way to pick holes at them don't actually have the best record. So, you know what I'm saying? But hey, peace to everybody tapping in. It's your boy Bump Jonas. We're doing a special Saturday edition of Conversations from the Cardiac here. Sprinkle some salt podcast. Make sure you're tapping into the YouTube. We got a whole series wrapping up over there. Season 1 is going as far as the full length discussions. We're getting ready to move into season 2. We've been filming that. We are here for right now a segment, episode of the segment we like to call Conversations from the Cardiac. I'm going to be tapping in with SGTyree here shortly. 423, shallah. I like sequences and numbers. I see sequences a lot. So how do you guys feel? Do y'all register sequences at all? Like if you see 111, 123, 456, 333, do those mean anything to you? Do those hit you in any kind of way? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's popping. What's popping? So let's see what else is happening. What else is happening? Angel numbers. Yeah, that's what they're called. Angel numbers. There we go. I say sequences in my head all the time, but I know they're called angel numbers. But you know they said they have significance. So you know I see them a lot. They seem to pop up at the right times. I just rock with it. But no, man. I hope y'all are having a good weekend. Hope your week coming is good, and I hope the week that passed is great or was good. I know this is, March seems to be a time of like religious moments, right? Because I know Easter, or like March into April, right? Because Easter's coming up. We just had Mardi Gras, which I believe some Ash Wednesday is in there. Easter, I think I mentioned that. Ramadan is happening right now for this entire month or for 30 days. So it's interesting that this time of year tends to be like when a lot of like spiritual renewal happens. Even though January is the new year, right? When we do the renewal. I don't know. Anyway, just some random thoughts, over here chilling, getting ready to get this conversation going. Conversations from the Cardiac. Make sure to tell a friend to tell a friend. Let me see, it's 425. I don't want to be too antsy. Sometimes I could be overzealous. But let's go ahead and shoot them a quick reminder. Boom. And we'll get cracking. All right. Tell a friend to tell a friend. There's an arrow right there. I just shot one out. Go ahead and shoot that mug. Shoot it out like a kite. Let them know. Conversations from the Cardiac is about to go down. And there's my guest right there, SGTyree. How we doing, sir? All right, y'all. Again, I'm going to get cracking here in just a moment. I'll send him an invite. Also, I am fighting allergies, so if you hear me with the sniffles, it's not a cold or nothing bad. It's sinus. That's how you know it's springtime. Peace.
How you doing?
Peace. Hey, yo, what's happening, sir? How we doing?
How you doing? My bad.
No bad at all. You are fine. We work on the collegiate system. You still within the first 10 minutes. You good, sir. You good. I'm glad to have you. I appreciate you tapping in. Welcome to Sprinkle Some Salt. This is our segment we call Conversations from the Cardiac, man. So I appreciate you for giving me your time. First off, I want to let everybody know, tell a friend to tell a friend. Sprinkle Some Salt, our podcast. It's your boy Bump Jonas. I have the pleasure, the honor, the opportunity to interview and talk with, to chop it up with SGTyree, Tyree Colbert or Colbert. Yeah. We're gonna get it right.
It's Colbert.
All right, bet. So y'all, make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend, tap in, take some notes, and get ready. So, sir, the way this works is a bunch of professional and personal questions. We want to have a little fun. We want to get to know you, things like that, all right? We might even sneak in a quick game. So, first off, Fruity Pebbles or Captain Crunch?
Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, he said that quick. No hesitation. Okay. Is that like your favorite food? Like that's your shit?
It's it, bro. I'm more of a cinnamon toast crunch, but if I ain't got cinnamon toast crunch or Cheerios, I'm going with my Fruity Pebbles.
Okay, so cinnamon toast crunch is your right ear, but if I had to stick you to those two, you would take Fruity Pebbles. Okay, all right, bet. All right, so here's the cliche question that I have to ask: who is Tyree? What do you do, and why do you do it?
Uh, I'm Tyree Colbert. I'm 16. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Who am I? I'm not your average 16-year-old. I done been through a lot of different things that just make me different from a lot of others. And why I do everything, I've lost too many people to just let my name and just let who I am just fall away. And if I go today, I want my legacy to live on through other people.
Legacy. I like that. I like that. Okay, so we are going to dive into your history a little bit, your context, your backstory. I definitely want people to know that. That seems to be the leverage or sort of the focal point for what you do and why you do it. You said legacy and you've been through too much. So right off the bat, man, I like to give people their flowers, but you are openly vulnerable about who you are and what you do. So I definitely want to give you your flowers, man, your accolades. Thank you so much. As a young man, as a young black man, it's not seen very often. So it is like incredible. It's incredible. All right. So just got to get that off the bat. All right. So here's my question. I mean, no disrespect when I ask this, but why writing? Why was writing your choice of passions?
Because look, if I would have just got on another beat, I'm just like everybody else. And if in the way I already was expressing myself was writing. So if I would have just hopped on the beat with it, I would have just been like everybody else. So I choose to tell a story within my poetry and show different messages within my poetry for different people.
Ugh. I guess you're supposed to snap for poetry. I don't know. That was a bar. That was a bar. Excuse me. I'm gonna try not to. Well, hey, you're not a toddler. I can curse around you. You're 16. I know you curse. Yeah. All right. So, um, were you always, and obviously so far because you're 16 years of age, you still have a lot of life to live. But we're gonna talk about it in the sense that you lived a lot of life already.
Yes,
So,
sir.
were you always into reading and writing and poetry? Has that always been your passion or your angle?
My grandma, she don't play like reading and writing. That's just fundamental. Like growing up in her household, she didn't play that, so I had to read and write. And then using writing to express myself after losing people, that's where I more ventured into poetry and ventured into writing books.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it was already there. The foundation was already set, and then it became an outlet. It almost sounds like it was a needed outlet, like you had to express these things and get them out.
True.
So now I noticed that Blessings at Prosper Publishing. That's the publishing team that you work with or that publishes you. I want you to talk to us a little bit about. This is a twofold question. I want you to talk a little bit about who they are and what they do for you. But as an author, what is that?
Hmm.
What is the publishing process? What does that mean? Like we hear the word publishing, and it can mean so many different things. So give us a little insight on that, please.
Okay, when it comes to my publishing, me and my dad made our publishing company. So Blessings That Prosper Publishing Company is Blessing, my youngest brother, and Prosper, my youngest sister. That's their two names. So we just put that together and made our publishing company. And when it comes to the publishing process, as an author, it's just like you just waiting for your dreams to come through. Like when I sat there and made my book, I was just really just every day like, hey pops, my book almost done yet? You talk to him? Hey, we so it's just like you just gotta sit there and wait. Like patience is key to success.
Wow, I love that. I love that. So I have to ask. You reference a lot that you've gone through things, and you're very open about that. But right off the bat, though, even in your photos, you have a sense of smile that's going on. You have a seriousness, but a sense of smile, almost like a Frederick Douglass type of pose. But right now, in talking to you, there's a joyful and a fun energy. So, how do you maintain that energy, that joyful spirit, while expressing, let's say, painful, traumatic experiences?
I can't give this to myself. I want to give this to my mother, Robin Colbert. She passed away in 2019. I give this to my mother because every day she used to go to work. Every day she was working hard for us. Every day she was just giving her all to us, her 4 ties. So every day I just got to give my all to my family and the people around me and my people in the sky. Because if I don't chase my dreams, bro, I'm going to just be another statistic. So I got to go get it for my family, and I got to keep a smile on my face because every day is hard. But shit, what else can I do besides putting myself in a harder hole? Some shit. I might as well smile about this.
Like, that wasn't even meant to be funny, but it came out with such joyful energy. Like, man, you got to laugh at it. That's real, you know? But yeah, you know, you got to smile to keep from crying. And why not? Because if not, you're just going to get stuck in a hole. So that, again, I want to give you your flowers, man. I know you probably get it a lot. You're going to get more of it, but it's just so refreshing to get this kind of energy from the youth. And I think that is actually a part that I find it's almost bittersweet, because we shouldn't be so surprised that the youth are this talented or this spirited or this joyful. You know what I mean? So I also want to make sure I give you your flowers for that, for representing and putting on for your age and your generation. You know, I'm gonna shut up for a little bit. Let me let you talk. But my next question is, how does your generation, you, yourself, your friends, your peers around you, how do you guys look at the current situation of just where we are in the world in terms of opportunity and just the scenario and the environment?
Okay, I'm gonna say this the best I can. I got friends that do not have the same beliefs as me, and I see where they're coming from with their beliefs, so I respect their beliefs. But some of my beliefs are not the same as my friends, and I'm okay with that. And I got friends with the same beliefs as me. But my belief is on our generation that we just need change and we need more love, because it's a lot of stuff that we don't get that y'all got in y'all generations that looks like, dang, it's hard, but it's really not. Because a lot of the times in y'all generation, y'all had a strict parent. There's a lot of parents who don't care what their kids doing out here, and that's when y'all see everything on the social media. Dang, why your parent doing all that when your parents supposed to be doing that? You should be happy your mom is telling you, like, hey, bro, you got to be in the house at this time. Like, you got somebody that cares, and a lot of kids don't got that. So now y'all look at our generation like, dang, why is he looking up to NBA YoungBoy? Well, shit, that's the only nigga he see as his father. You see what I'm saying? And I hate that I hate that they just paint the black children of our youth as just future, just in jail or dead. Like, we got bigger futures than that.
Man, I can't even say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. You said all that needs to be said, and I'm just gonna stand on it, man. My next question is, you mentioned it, you know, change and love, and you talked about being positive yourself and having a joyful spirit, and that goes back to your mom. Rest in peace to your lost ones. How do you stay positive for the future, and how do you believe that, you know, not just your generation, but generations before and after? Because we're all dealing with bridges and gaps in that sense. So how do we stay positive for the future from your perspective?
I feel like you just got to find your way to cope with everything. I feel like I stay positive because I talk to God, and I look and talk to the sky and talk to my people who are gone still. But another way you can stay positive, for maybe you love this podcast stuff. You love talking. That's good for you. But for others, it could be art. It could be rapping. It could be basketball. It could be anything. So it's all about your way to cope with everything. And you can't keep everything bottled up inside. I don't care what nobody say. Some of the toughest men ever done cry. Like, you gotta just talk your way through every situation and express yourself. Like, no matter what, don't let nobody tell you you can't express yourself that way. Because that's the way I'm gonna express myself. Somebody else can express themselves.
I love it. I love it. All right. So, what are some other passions so far outside of the literary world?
I want to say a passion of mine is to move my whole family out of Kansas City.
Oh shit! Okay.
I love Kansas. I love Kansas City. Kansas City is home, but I want to be able to say I broke the generational curse of everybody still living in Kansas City. It's too many. I have too many family members in my city. Like, it's cousins I don't know 24/7. Like, I hate that. That's the way Kansas City is set up. I want my kids to be bigger and broader than this. I want my kids to go to school in Calabasas, not worrying about if my friend's gonna die before coming to school next weekend, after the weekend. Like, that's something we worry about every day, and I don't want my kids to have them problems. So I want to change that.
You trying to change entire environments, zip codes, and move. I love it, man. I love it. So, all right, music or family and friends? Which one of them feeds your world the most? Like, where do you get your influences from the most right now?
I would say my family. You can gain knowledge from music, but the knowledge I gain from my elders who are in my family and my younger siblings and my younger cousins in my family, you can gain a lot of knowledge. So I sit there and gain knowledge from others, and that's how I learn. So like I'm cool with textbooks. Like, I got decent grades. I ain't no Boosie. I'm a 3.5. Like, I got decent grades. But I would say you can learn from others better than you can learn from a book or an internet page.
Okay. All right. I like it, man. You are an extremely, you know what? I hate this word because it's used sometimes to be like judgmental or condescending, but you're an extremely articulate young man. And I really, really appreciate that. Now, you mentioned that you've been through a lot, and I want to kind of dive into that a little bit. You've got a book, Same Window, Two Different Views. Have you mentioned reading was always fundamental. You flipped into poetry, but was your trauma the trigger for your creativity, or were you already diving into that before the trauma started occurring?
I feel like the trauma made me more creative. At first, I just wanted to do sports and be like everybody else. And it's nothing wrong with doing sports if that's you. But for me, I feel like losing my mother, losing my big brothers, it gave me a bigger calling in life of, dang, you can really die tomorrow. So let's make all the time we got count. So that's what I did.
And so at that point, you was like, look, I don't need to be just another verse on a beat because I'm not going to stand out. I'm gonna do it my way.
Exactly.
I love that, man. I love that. All right, let's talk about your hair real quick because I love your hairstyle and the way you got it pulled together. Are those braids or are those locks?
I got wigs.
Wigs. All right, so now that's some Miami, Florida. Can you break that down for me real quick? What a wig?
It's a form of dreadlocks. Mine are bigger. Like, you're going to see like 8 small ones instead of just one big one. And I got one big one instead of like 8 small ones.
So then how does it grow out? Do you have to continuously like bunch them or wick them together?
Oh, I go get my hair did like a month. Like, I like to build my new groove. So don't call me nasty, but it'll be like a month or 2 months. I go without getting my hair did just to build the new growth. And my hair is expensive. Like, I pay like $150 every time I go get my hair did. So like, it is expensive to go get your hair did. So I do the way I take care of it, you know.
We appreciate what you do, man, because oh my God. All right, so man, this might be a sensitive question, and I don't mean to be insensitive. Who whooped you the worst, mom or dad, growing up?
Who whooped me the worst?
When you got in trouble. Like, who was the disciplinarian that you're like, oh man, nah, I'm good?
Mom or dad? I don't know. Cause dang, Pops done whooped on her. But my mama used to. I don't know. It's really a toss up. But
all right.
I can say that both of my parents did some things DFS need to hear about. I'm just
save it for the biography. Save it for the autobiography. Oh man, we ain't trying to get nobody in trouble, man. All right. Appreciate everybody tapping in. It's your boy Bunk Jonas. Sprinkle some salt dot podcast. I'm talking to Tyree Colbert. They call him a 16-year-old prodigy. I just call him a dope-ass young man from KC trying to make some changes, trying to shed some love, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Conversations from the Cardiac. All right, so why the name? Same window, two different views. Where did that come from?
It's named Same Windows, Two Different Views because if you read the book, me and my pops both wrote just we ain't do it on purpose. We both wrote about same situations and same things we've went through in life, and it's both our views on it. So it's the same window, but we got two different views on life, and I feel like that's the same with everyone. So Bump Jonah's view on life could be this, but Tyree view on life can be that. So you got to look at it for you and not others.
Gems all day, y'all. Gems all day. Now, you said your pops was writing too, and you mentioned that the publishing company is you and your pops, which dope ass name by the way, and it's got your family involved. That's just literary bars. So is your pops a writer as well?
My pops is Tyree. Like, I ain't gonna lie, my pops since 4 years old has been writing. So I could really say he made me the writer I am. So I gotta give my props where my pops do. My pops is a big person in my life. He made me literally. So I can't knock my pops.
So you carrying tradition in some ways. You moving the torch forward. Okay, all right, this is crazy. I love this, man. All right, what's better, Saturday, or just fill this in for me? What's better than Saturday morning cartoons?
Better than Saturday morning cartoons. Smiles you put on people's faces when you see you changing the world.
But you don't play, man. You don't play. All right, man. What's your favorite home cooked meal?
My favorite home cooked meal, tater tot casserole from my grandma's house.
Ooh, that's almost some country boy business right there. He said tater tot casserole. All right. All right. All right. So can you talk to us a little bit about your writing process? I mean, we think of authors in back in the day it would be a typewriter or a pen and paper. Nowadays, with technology and just the social media age, it could look like anything. So what does your writing process look like?
Uh, I'm not like a regular writer. I can write almost anywhere. Like I can write I done wrote some of my poems at school. I done wrote some of my poems on a bus to a basketball game. I done wrote some of my poems in my bed, going through trials and tribulations of life. So it's really wherever I'm just comfortable and whatever is sparking my mind. So say we on the live talk about a situation and I might get creative and I might go sit down, set my phone up and might go write a whole poem real quick. Like it just happens sometimes, and it's just all about how I feel.
Okay, so it's organic and all in stream of consciousness, but it's still focused though. Okay, this is impressive. So you mentioned poems. I didn't hear reference to short stories or novels or anything like that. So I guess my question is like, do you plan to expand into like fiction and like full length stories and things like that?
I definitely want to expand my poetry because it's stories in every poem. So I really want to expand my poetry and maybe go into like editing and like do cartoons for kids because kids need lessons in life that it's a lot of people don't show. So I think that's what I was gonna do. But I'm thinking about that a little bit later in life, where I get the whole gist of everything, of the editing side of everything, and meet the right people to expand into that.
So then, would it be safe to say that the literary world, being an author, being an editor, like this has become your choice of career? This is what your profession. You're working your way towards your 10,000 hours as an author, as a literary person, right? Is that?
We can say that, but I look. I don't want to put myself in one career because I'm gonna say it like this: you could be anything. You right now. You may only do past podcasts and may only do real estate, but it could be a lane open up that can make you a billionaire. So I just always keep my mind open. So I won't say I'm just an author right now. I feel like I'm a businessman of all sorts.
Ooh, let me do it again. Okay. All right, man. You 16-year-old man, Tyree Colbert, man. What is it? Blessings That Prosper Publishing. The same window, two different views, conversations from the cardiac, y'all. Now is definitely the time to go click the link in the bio. You need to be purchasing this book and run these numbers up. And I hate to use that in the sense like, oh, it's a song. This is not nothing you're going to stream. But Speaking of streaming, you know, um, like, have you thought about doing like an audio book, or has that been an option? Has that come up at all? Will that come up?
Uh, uh, Robin's youngest son, I'm definitely going to a studio and I'm definitely going to be doing audio versions because people love when I read poems off to them. So I will for sure do that for my people and all my fans because I did hear y'all and I did hear y'all in the comment section. So I would for sure do that for y'all.
That's hard. Okay, okay. So if you were to have someone to vote, like let's say it weren't you, who would you want? Like if you could get a celebrity or a famous voice or someone, or not, maybe not even a famous voice, maybe a local voice, to voice your poems or your pieces. Who would you have do that?
I would honestly say, I would honestly say my mother because I feel like every time she talked, you could just hear the story of anything. So I would have to give it to her or my father.
Well, you are an impressive. Oh my God, the amount of love you have for your family, and obviously the amount of love that your family has for you and has shown you because you're reciprocating it back out constantly. Um, is that something you just like? Was it just always love in your household? I feel like there was always music and good food cooking or something, man. Like warm hugs and shit. Like what was it like growing up so far?
Growing up, it was hard. So like that's what made us close.
Okay.
We done all been 12 deep on the floor making a pallet with covers, eating ramen noodles together. So I, yeah, my brother got an Empire deal from my dad. Like we do everything for each other. So like my family is a big thing. Like family come before God, but God is family to me. So it's like that's just how I go with everything. Like my family come first.
You mentioned your brother is signed or was signed to Empire. 'Cause I know your
My
older
brother
brother passed.
My brother is signed to Empire. My father is signed. I'm technically signed to Empire under the Blessing and Prosper Publishing.
Wow.
So that's how we would get the audio deal for the voice memos coming up.
That's hard. Okay, okay, okay. Man, shout out to y'all and how you making moves, man. Oh my God. And at the same time, you're putting on for KC in the process and showing and putting a spotlight on what KC can create. So, man, shout out to you and your family, your brother, your pops. Um, blessings at prosper, or what is it? Yeah,
Blessings
blessings
at
at
Prosper
prosper.
Publishing.
Yeah, that's hard, man. Blessings that prosper potion. That's hard. So, what's something that makes KC unique to you?
I feel like our stories. I feel like we all tell a different story in our walk of life, and it's a lot of stories that I've been to other places. We just a different city. Like the way we go get it, the way we wake up every morning and say we gotta make it. We gotta make it. Like it's a lot of people who say we gotta make it and not really trying to make it. Kansas City, we want to win. Like we really want to go out here and get it for us.
I love it. I love it, man. That's what's up. So, it's safe to say you have some popularity or some fame, notoriety, right? That's probably not the best word, but you're known and you're being more known or getting more known. So are you at a point where you like how do you I guess really like how do you stay humble? How do you navigate that sense of like, yo, I'm 16 years old and I just dropped a book, I just dropped a piece and the world is knowing me and I'm selling things and I'm doing things. Like how do you navigate that maturity and still stay humble?
I navigate that by I I still see I still see people and I still see people going through trauma and I still see people I know personally going through problems. Until I can cure everybody's problems in the world, my job will never be done as a man in society because that's what God wants us to do. So I can't say I'll never be done, but I gotta make it where everybody like nobody should be homeless. Nobody should have to be worried about healthcare bills. Like it's a lot of things in this world that it's not right, and I want to change that.
So you'll never run out of something to write about. That's for damn sure. Man, I love it, man. So I think we had talked about it before in terms of your writing process. Um, what are some things that have triggered or that triggers your creativity? You know, what is it like you mentioned we could be having a talk right now and you'll get a thought and go off and create something. So as you are in your process, what have you noticed that has like become the triggers?
I feel like a trigger is moments. It's moments in life that's one of one. So
Mm.
I write about them one-of-one moments. It's here. I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
I felt like envious and jealous of my own homie that I talk to every day. We call family. He could come over to the house. I don't even gotta be here. I felt envious of my own homie giving his mother's gift on Mother's Day because I can't do that. So it's stuff like that can trigger you. So that triggered me to write.
Now, again, man, I want to give you your accolades for being vulnerable, for being open, not only in your writing, but just in your discussion and again, articulation of what you're going through and how you go through it, man. You give a lot of hope to the youth and to cats like myself and those watching. Appreciate everybody tapping in. We're talking to Tyree Colbert, Blessings That Prosper Publishing, a 16-year-old author of a book, same view, two different, or same window, two different views. Make sure I say that correctly. Now, I thought that I read you had another book previously or something else on the way. But this is not your only piece, correct?
This all right. So it's not a spoiler because it is on our website, and I have been talking about it when I see people. But Robin's Youngest Son drops April 27th, and that's going to be on all platforms like my first book. And this really is just a message to my mother. That's why I'm dropping the release date of the day she passed.
Wow. Wow. All right. Well, hey, we need to make sure we run that up, y'all. Make sure that you click the link in the bio. Make sure you following and staying up to date with SGTyree. Same window, two different views, and now Robin's only son, or Robin's youngest son. Let me make sure I get it right. And you said, what was the date again?
April 27th.
April 27th. Man, blessings to you and your family, and again, condolences for the loss and the trauma. But it's beautiful to see, and especially again with you being a young black man from a black family, it's beautiful to see you showing the love, showing the perseverance, showing the creativity and the vulnerability. I think vulnerability is important because it shows people the different aspects of who we are as a people. So again, I just can't stop giving you enough accolades for that.
Thank you.
So what are some who are some authors or writers that have, well, it's all the same thing. So, but you know, not everyone publishes a novel or whatever, but what are some literary folks that have inspired you?
Tupac. I want to say Kyrie Irving and the messages he gives through his playing. I want to say my father, and I would have to say my older brother. My older brother has a lot of things he written in notebooks before he passed that I still go look at to this day.
So was he part of the reason that you write, like, or poetry? Did he inspire you to write poetry, or were you already writing along the same time that you guys were growing up together?
My brother really didn't write poetry. He would just write his feelings out. So I feel like that's what helped me write my feelings out when I was going through things, because there was a lot of things my big brother went through that he didn't talk about.
So really, you were introduced to journaling.
Yeah, I was introduced to my grandma has wrote a biography about her life. My father has wrote in poetry his whole life. Well, not really poetry. He's wrote assorted of different things, and then I just see everybody writing like this, and I just look at writings, and I might write a story one day. I don't know, but it's just poetry is what I fell in love with first.
This is so awesome though, and beautiful because of the way that, like, you're still carrying on a tradition. You're still moving a family torch forward in your own way. I love that, man. I love that. And still being unique to your generation and still being a voice. You know, like you said, if you hopped on a beat, it would just be another voice, man. I love that. I love this, man. So, and I was gonna ask like a non-author that's inspired you, but you said Kyrie Irving. What's okay? So when you're writing, what should, like, do you use a pen and a pad? Do you use your phone and type into the phone? What's your favorite tool for writing pieces?
My favorite, I would have to say, is my phone because it's just so easy and quick. But I always have to say it's my worst because I be trying to type. It's just too much. Like it just be I be typing in acronyms. It be too much sometimes. So sometimes I do go to the old fashioned pen and paper. but I'm a really do it on my phone most of the time kind of guy.
Okay,
Well,
okay. Technology. So what's the most overused word in English literature, from your opinion?
I can't. Well, not I can't. Just can't. Because it's can't, like, that shouldn't even be in your vocabulary. You can do anything. You just gotta try. Like, it's not even gotta try. You put forth the effort, it's gonna happen. Like, as long as you trying, it's gonna happen.
I love it. Oh my God. Oh my God. So why do you think why do you think people are so amazed by the youth being successful? Like one of the things they like I'm harping on it. One of the things I'm sure you hear a lot in your conversations with folks is like, you're 16 years old. Why do you think it's so amazing that that a young person is successful at something?
Because they paint us as other things. They paint us as, oh, he's 16, and they see 16-year-olds dying, and they say, oh, that's everybody. When it's not everybody, and it really shouldn't be anybody. But the system of life and the system of Kansas City and other cities has set it up to where that is what it is, when it's really not. When it's young kids wanting to chase their dreams, but shit, it's just nothing but gang violence around them, and that's all they see. And, well, I ain't got a father, so I can't be nothing else. My mama hate him, so I just gotta be something out here. And gangbang is what it is. The females like it, so I might as well. Like, that's what they see, and that's not what you gotta be. You could be yourself.
So you said I want to come at it lightheartedly, but you said, you know, gang street activity is an option and the females like it. Are you being funny or is that a real comment?
Bro, the females really like the gangbangers out here. A female will pass me up for somebody who smokes weed all day and hangs with an AR in their pocket. Like, that's what it is.
I mean, like I'm 40
It,
some years old and married. I don't know what none of that life is like, but like that's the dating pool for a 16, 17-year-old young man like yourself.
bro, they be out here getting dogged out. But hey, they love who they love, and I can't say that's not who they supposed to love, but that's just their business. Like, I don't know. Me personally, I'm teaching my little sisters to never date a guy like that. But if that's what they like, hey.
All right, so let's I want to play a quick game. We're gonna set up a book tour. So first of all, we're gonna set up where. Do you want to do it in a coffee shop, a bookstore, the mall, or a skate park?
Can I add an option to that?
Absolutely.
Kansas City. I want to start all the way from down on 12th Street in Parker Square to go all the way up north of just stories of our city. Like, it's so many people who's passed away. It's so many people who are in jail. And it's so many people who just have an amazing legacy of Kansas City who's moved away already and ain't bring it back to our city. Like, you will never know Eminem grew up in St. Joseph, Missouri, right down the street. Like, you'll never know that. Like, that's crazy things and crazy facts about the whole state of Missouri. And it's even crazier facts just about our own city. So I would love to just do a whole book tour, and I put a book on every block, and I should just go tell you a story about one person from that block. That'd be amazing to me.
Well, you already okay. You already got the game. Okay, we know where it's gonna be. It's gonna be in KC. We're gonna run like 12th Street up. Cool. Are you gonna have any treats, any snacks, any foods? If so, what would you have?
Native to Kansas City snacks, like brisket bites, like just our whole essence of being a Kansas Cityan. That's what I would love to give out through my message of poetry and through my message of just books in general.
This is getting lit. Okay. All right. So music. Would you have any music? And if you did, what kind of music would you have?
Me personally, I listen to a lot of Polo G and like my big brother. So I would say them two playing would be amazing because they give off messages of hope and just, you can make it. You just got to work hard enough.
All right. Polo G, your big bro. All right. So if you could have a special guest at the book with you at the book tours, who would it be?
I would have to say my grandmother. My grandmother is amazing. And I love her story, and I just love her essence of life also. So I would love to have her as my helper.
All right, so man, it's a hell of a book tour we putting together here. So you're gonna run a book tour through KC. Just gonna spotlight all of KC and how it moves, the history of all the different places. Uh, Brisket bites and KC foods for treats. Polo G and your big bro for the music, and then your grandma is gonna be a special guest, bro. That's a hell of a tour already. Shit. Yeah. All right, we love to see that happen. All right, man, we got probably about a good 10 minutes left or so. I got a couple questions here. I appreciate you so much for your time, man. I thank you again just for the vulnerability that you've shown, for the hope and the energy, man. You really make sure like everyone feels good about themselves and what you're doing, but like feel good about what they're doing too. So I really appreciate the energy, man. Shout out to your family and the folks, the culture that raised you. Um, so finish this phrase for me, this sentence. KC parties be like
dangerous. Like, it's sad to say, like, we can't go everywhere in our city. Like, it's a lot of things we can't go and can't do, and it's a lot of restrictions. Police, our parents, just everything, just because it's so dangerous out here.
They said dangerous, and that was quick too. All right. Like, okay, break that down for me, because you're right there. I mean, you're from an environment that is nurturing you and caring for you, but you're also in the KC environment, right? So when you say dangerous, and you're 16, 17 years old, you say it so quickly. What does that mean? What is dangerous? What's the danger?
We don't know if we coming home. It's been times where I don't know if I'm gonna make it home at night. It's been situations I don't know if I'm gonna make it out this situation, and that's just part of living in Kansas City. It's a lot of things people who never had to be through something have went through something in our city and said, I'm never coming back. So it's a lot of like dangers it's a lot of dangers and a lot of things we face that we had never faced and somewhere else, are just in another city. Our city is really one of one. Like Kansas City, you would never meet some of the people we have here. We have people who are okay with being mediocre. We have people who are okay with not making it to 25. We have people who are okay with, oh, I'm gonna follow my pop's footsteps and go to the feds. Like, that's not okay.
Damn, I love it, man. I love not that, but the way that you're expressing it. And a lot of times we expect to get this kind of conversation from someone 30 years old, 40 years old, who's lived things. And it's when you get to understand that someone your age has lived and seen some things that they shouldn't have at this age and still be positive. That's what's like, yo, this is crazy. All right, so I want to talk about recently, like the last, probably since the pandemic, right? There's been a lot of store break-ins, robberies, thefts, things like that. Not just in KC, but nationwide. But speaking within the KC realm of things, as a young person, and not putting you on the spot, like talk for your generation, but I'm saying from your perspective as a young person, what are your thoughts on some of this recent activity?
I feel like it's not okay. Because I feel like this how I use it. If I wouldn't do it in front of my grandma, why would I do it? Like, why would I do it? Like, your granny is not going to be okay with you breaking into 7-Eleven, stealing food that she has at the house. Like, come on now.
So what? Okay, so in that case, you like, yo, you got it at home. You just doing it just because.
It's a lot of peer pressure. It's a lot of peer pressure. Like, a lot of people see, oh, he gang banging, he smoking weed, I'm finna do it. Like, that's not who you gotta look up to. It's other people outside of that. I use NBA YoungBoy as a reference. A lot of people see him as just the GOAT of all time, when really it's other GOATs around here. You just not looking. It's GOATs. Your teacher is a GOAT. Your uncle is a GOAT in his own sense. We all greatest of all times in things we do. So you just gotta be yourself. That's a key thing. I preach that to anybody. I preach that to younger people. I preach that to older people. Be yourself, because it's only one you. God made you, so be yourself.
I feel good. I came into this conversation like, yo, I'm gonna learn something about this young man, and I always expect to feel good, but I feel empowered after talking to you, man. I appreciate this. So actually, only got just two more questions, man, and then we'll wrap it up. But again, I appreciate your time. And you may not even know of these people, but if you had the choice to do a TV show reading, would you do Reading Rainbow or Sesame Street?
Reading Rainbow.
He said it quick too.
Every time that used to get turned on in class, you can ask anybody in Mrs. Bro's first grade class at Dobbs. I was the first kid just clapping like, yeah, it's Reading Rainbow time. Like, I don't care about recess that much. It's Reading Rainbow time.
I love
That's
it. Oh man, I love it. All right, man. Tyree, it's been a hell of a time. It's been an honor and a pleasure, sir. Is it, I've given you so many flowers throughout, and I don't want to overbear you, but I just want to say, man, it's really, really refreshing to have the opportunity to get to know you and to talk to you and to hear just the context behind what you're putting out and what you're doing. And I wish you nothing but the best. And there's no hope, because hope floats like turds in the toilet. You got to know and you got to believe. And I definitely believe that you have nothing but good coming for you and your family. So with that said, is there anything, we know the another book is coming up next, but talk to us a little bit about that. Is there any message that you really want us to know about on our way out?
I got a lot of more things coming. I'm thinking about clothing brands. I'm thinking about a lot of things. So I really don't know what's in my future. God's the only person who knows right now. So it's a lot of things coming. I don't know what's all gonna happen yet. I'm just trying to make everybody proud of me. A message I would give to somebody: it's always somebody with stickier shoes out there. My grandma taught me that. Like losing, I've lost big brothers. I lost cousins from the hood that are family. I've lost a lot. I lost my own mom. I've lost homes. I've lost a lot. So I would say this to say that somebody always going through something worse out there. You see things on the news and be like, oh, it can't happen to me. It can't happen to you. Gotta do it to you just so you can learn. It will happen to you. So learn before that and just always strive to be better. Like you should not be adequate with where you at right now in life. Like, oh yeah, I'm cool right now where I'm at in life. I can stop right here today and I lived a successful life to some people. But to myself, it's always another level and another bracket I want to break into to be the best. And and I want to say this, it's another message. Never compete with others. Everybody is great around you. So never compete with others. Compete with yourself. Like, yeah, bro balling right now. Yeah, he up in 50K on Instagram, gangbanging, doing all that, scamming, doing whatever. But bro, you know you can make 5 times that if you sit there and do that schoolwork your mama telling you to. So that's what I would say.
I love it. I love it. You said never compete with others, man. Compete with yourself. Hey, it's been a hell of a conversation. Full of gems. My arms hurt. I was sprinkling gems the whole time. Sir, I appreciate you so much. I thank you. I thank your folks. I thank what is it? Blessings at Prosper Publishing for backing you. Man, love yourself like we all try to love the world, and I hope we all make it a point to earn our place in the world this week. Thank you so much, sir. You have a good one, young man.
You have a great day.
You too. Peace, y'all.